Exactly.
So they're all cousins.
Exactly.
Now we're going to go to the hidden identity God, the God of Moses. Now this is the guy that nobody's seen, nobody hears his voice, and things like that.
Can't find his footprint.
Can't find footprint, nothing, just like brother said. Exodus 3, chapter 2 and 6. When the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in the flame of fire out of the midst of the bush, and he looked and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Draw not near hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Moreover, he said unto him, I am the Father, I am thy Father, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, and he was afraid to look upon God. Now, this is where we get the concept that God is a almighty, mean God, that you cannot look upon him, that you cannot be in his presence without dying and turning to stone, or whatever the myth is that they tell us. And as we go on into the story, God told Moses to go into Egypt, as most of us know, and get the people out. Sent in all kinds of things to get the people out. But after he got the people out of Moses, out of Egypt, he led them in the wilderness for 40 years. 40 years. Now, the distance between Egypt and Jerusalem is about the same distance between Milwaukee and New York. Now, Father Shabazz and I walk from here to New York. If we take our time, it might take about a year. So he walked with these individuals in the desert, the wilderness, for 40 years. Now, somebody's planning somebody's feelings right here. How you gonna send in plagues, send in death, send in all kinds of different things into Egypt to draw these people out and send them into the desert to die? No, that's not true. It's not right. I don't want no God like that. I don't want no God that's going to free me and then send me out to die.
Ashe.
After Moses died, his minister Joshua took over. Now we're going to read to where Joshua took over the powers or whatever. He took over the head of the children of Israel. Joshua verse 1, chapter 1, verse 1 to 5. Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all these people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. Every place that your sole of your feet shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I unto Moses. From the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river of Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun shall be your coast. There shall not be any man able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so will I be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. So now God has given Joshua, after they came out of the wilderness for 40 years, he set him up and told him all this land is all yours. Yours and the children of Israel. But there's a problem. There's people on that land. Peaceful people on that land.
Yeah.
So Joshua, now I must order you to give those people their eviction notice. Okay? So God gave Joshua and the children of Israel some commandments, some things that they should do. And next. And this is what he commanded them to do. Okay? As I read Joshua 6:24. And they burnt the city with fire.
Yes.
And all He created all of this. Well, why would he need silver? Why would he need gold? Why would he need these people were burning and killing people and basically just raping and pillaging. That's what they were doing. This was not an act of God. This was an act of war against peaceful people.
Yes.
These people done nothing for children of Israel.
Yes.
And now I read Joshua 10, verse 4. Chapter 10, verse 4. So Joshua smote all the country of the hills, and of the south, and of the vale, and of the springs, and of all their kings. He left none remaining, but utterly destroyed all that breathed, as the Lord God of Israel commanded. He killed the dogs, he killed the roaches, he killed everything that took breath into your body. And you gotta watch a guy that gives you that type of commandments.
Yes.
Genocide. That's exactly what it is. As we go on, now we got to talk about the fall of Kemet in Egypt. Okay? Now, once there was reported that there were peaceful people, peaceful black people in Egypt. Once the report got back to Europe that there was peaceful black people wearing gold with high consciousness, living a peaceful existence. They started sending in people in to try to take over and to kill and to literally take over. And this went on for hundreds of years. They kept sending people in. It was like a gold rush. They kept coming in, trying to kill, trying to murder. Now this Pharaoh, his name is Akhenaten. His birth name was Amenhotep IV. He changed his name to Akhenaten because he was bringing in a new form of government and a new form of religion. And that new form of religion is called monotheism, the study of or the belief in one God. Now, when he brought this one God into Egypt, they already had one God, they had their God. But once he brought this one God theory into the play, he incorporated all the other people. Whites, whoever wanted to be, they believe in one God. So they all came in and was allowed to learn from the Kemet, and they actually came in and took over. They brought their God in, their God told them to destroy and to pillage. And so that's how the fall of Egypt came about. Now, this same God, the God of Moses, told them that it was okay to come into North America and commit genocide amongst the Native Americans. Told them it was okay to murder 50 million Native Americans. I'm not going to call them Native Americans. I like to call them indigenous people because I hope we don't treat Americans like that. Kill them and kill them off until there's none of them can't run down the street and find out one Native. That's the God of Moses at work. Next slide. 1945. This God that they worship told him it was okay to drop a bomb, drop 2 bombs on the city of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Told them that it's okay. And over 220,000 individuals died just because of this bomb.